Imagine it's Shedeur, man. Holla at your boy, man. I need a pair, dog. I need me a pair, bro. But imagine how Shedeur is about to break the damn internet being an NFL player. And really, name an NFL player since Coach Prime, besides Michael Vick don't count, that have sold their own signature sneaker and have been successful. Coach Prime is arguably the Michael Jordan of football players when it comes to the shoe game, bro.
Many NFL players spend their week waiting for that direct deposit to land, but this situation is on a completely different level. Shedeur Sanders isn't just waiting for a paycheck. He's building a movement with every drop he releases, and the numbers are proving it in real time. At 10 a.m. sharp, Shedeur launched his brand new SS2 logo collection, and the entire thing evaporated by 10:08 a.m. 8 minutes was all it took for the whole line to disappear, leaving fans scrambling and the internet buzzing like wildfire. When asked which pair stands out more, the DT96S or the DT93S, one fan had a clear answer saying, "I like the 96S because it's more of the flames on the side and I like that. It's more like chill but still like stylish like that. So I like those the most, because I feel like they're the most I think they're the most recognizable at this day and age to youth, to everybody like that." The excitement behind these styles shows how deeply the crowd is locked in. This situation isn't about a few tees flying off the shelf. This is a full-scale takeover. Millions of dollars in product are disappearing faster than most sneaker drops, turning each release into a high-pressure race where only the quickest fans win. Sources close to the brand say Nike executives are stunned by how fast everything moved. They constantly monitor conversion data, and Shedeur's numbers were reportedly higher than any athlete they've partnered with, even surpassing top-tier NBA stars.
Do you like the DT96s or the DT93s better?
I like the 96s because it's more of the flames on the side, and I like that. It's more like chill, but still like stylish like that. So I like those the most, because I feel like they're the most, personally, I think they're the most recognizable at this day and age to youth, to everybody like that.
That kind of performance doesn't just turn heads, it shakes boardrooms and shifts entire strategies. One thing is clear, the fans aren't investing in the Browns. They're investing in the energy Shedeur is bringing to the game. The entire sports world is locked in on the Sanders name, and the momentum around it just keeps exploding. Behind the scenes, a leaked image of Nike's upcoming signature cleat is causing serious waves, and insiders say the company is fast-tracking production to catch this massive surge of attention before it gets even bigger. A preview of the prototype is already turning heads, especially now that Shedeur Sanders has managed to outshine the entire NFL with one shocking accomplishment. This kind of breakthrough doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of rising demand, bold marketing, and a fan base moving like a storm. During a conversation about his growing success, someone said, "I don't need that account anymore, man. I landed a solid deal for myself." The reply came quick. Wow, that's exactly how it should be. That confidence shows how far things have come. Then came the reminder of earlier times when it was said, "Look, you've only got 2,000. The response, "Absolutely, I'm super excited. That's exactly how I roll with people now." Highlights how much the game has changed. Nike originally thought they had the perfect playbook ready, but the reality caught them off guard in a major way. When Shedeur Sanders dropped his first official merch line, analysts predicted solid numbers, expecting typical rookie-level excitement similar to a strong first-round pick, but nothing too wild. Instead, the situation turned into a full-blown crisis for Nike's logistics team. Just moments after the launch, the traffic wasn't just heavy, it crushed everything in sight. The servers didn't slow down, they completely collapsed, leaving fans locked out and the company rushing to figure out how something this massive slipped past their forecasts.
Yeah, we playing that shallow. Yeah. Which one my daddy cleat should I wear? 93s, 96s. I don't know a decision.
This wasn't a normal sellout. It was a digital blackout fueled by overwhelming demand. Warehouses that were stocked to handle weeks of steady sales were wiped clean in just a few hours. Orders stacked up so fast that sellout alerts were flooding corporate dashboards before West Coast stores even unlocked their doors, showing just how intense this surge really was. Fans were reacting in real time and the energy was wild. One voice shouted, "It's Shedeur, man. Holla at your boy, man. I need a pair, dog. I need me a pair, bro." The demand was so overwhelming that people were calling out for restocks like their lives depended on it. The hype around Shedeur's rise made it clear something major was happening. The conversation quickly shifted to how rare this type of success is for a player in the NFL. People started asking who else has ever pulled this off, saying only a few names even come close. There was talk about Coach Prime setting the gold standard in the shoe world, and comparisons to legends were made, but this moment showed a fresh wave taking shape. At the 72-hour mark, Shedeur Sanders wasn't just surpassing rookie numbers, he completely crushed sales figures that elite NFL veterans usually spend an entire season chasing. This wasn't a regular merch release, it was a shockwave moving through the market, changing expectations and rewriting what early success looks like. Inside Nike headquarters, the atmosphere turned intense fast. Reports say leadership rushed into an emergency executive meeting, and the vibe inside wasn't celebratory. It was filled with tension and disbelief. One insider comment slipped out stating, "This demand is off the charts in ways we've never seen before." That one line summed up the chaos perfectly, and this is exactly where the situation begins to heat up, with pressure building and the company scrambling to keep pace with a level of momentum nobody saw coming. The situation escalated so fast that Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, allegedly grabbed the phone himself to figure out what was going on. When the head of a global giant calls directly, it means the numbers hit a level that nobody expected, and the supply chain collapse demanded immediate answers. Nike's CFO, Matthew Friend, was reportedly frozen in shock as live data flashed across his screen. The systems weren't prepared, the forecast missed the mark, and the algorithms failed to predict a cultural wave of this magnitude. This wasn't a simple glitch. It was a complete breakdown caused by demand nobody in the building saw coming. What caused such a massive overload? Shedeur Sanders isn't targeting the typical NFL customers. He created a strategy that flipped the entire market. New data shows that Gen Z, a group known for ignoring basic team jerseys, pulled up in huge numbers and pushed the sales charts to limits nobody imagined. But the biggest plot twist came from the demographic split. Women accounted for nearly half of all purchases, completely destroying Nike's long-standing gender models. Their system had no playbook for this kind of surge, and it left the company scrambling to adjust to a crowd they hadn't even planned for. International buyers also hit the site at full speed from Europe to Asia, treating the drop like a high-profile sneaker collab instead of a football jersey. The global attention made the release feel like a major cultural moment, not just a product launch, and the momentum kept climbing with every minute. Shedeur Sanders has now transformed his name, presence, and natural style into a worldwide brand that stretches way beyond the field. To buyers across the world, he isn't just an athlete. He represents a fresh wave of confidence and ambition that people instantly connect with. The spark behind this explosion came from the SS Crown logo, which quickly became the symbol of the entire movement. This design wasn't just a piece of artwork, it held meaning, energy, and a message that people resonated with instantly. Nike's design team reportedly went through more than 15 different concepts before Shed finally approved the one that felt right. They needed something that honored the legacy of prime time while also establishing a fresh identity that belonged to this new generation. The final design, with its interlocking S-shapes and subtle crown elements, turned into an icon almost overnight. Within days, it was everywhere, popping up on TikTok, showing up in music videos, spreading across Instagram, and moving through social media with unstoppable force. It gained traction naturally because it spoke to ambition, elevation, and bold confidence. Fans aren't just buying a logo, they're stepping into a mindset, a style, and a wave that represents pushing forward with purpose and refusing to blend in. As Nike scrambled to restock their shelves, rival brands were thrown into complete disarray. Once the sales numbers went public, Adidas reportedly rushed into an emergency strategy meeting in less than 24 hours, facing the harsh truth that Nike spotted a cultural wave early, but somehow failed to lock it down before it became massive. Under Armour and Puma executives didn't waste any time either, instantly boosting their scouting operations as they realized the old playbook no longer works. The classic method of letting a rookie play for 3 seasons before offering a major contract has officially become outdated, and Shedeur Sanders proved it with absolute force. Brands are now in a full chase to find young athletes who carry influence beyond raw stats, aiming for personalities who can move culture the same way they move merchandise. For Nike, this moment was a huge victory, but for the competition, it felt like a direct threat to their entire future. If one rookie can trigger this level of global momentum, the industry is wondering what could happen if Nike just discovered the next Michael Jordan-level phenomenon. The thought alone has executives across the sports world scrambling, and the numbers backing this rise are shocking. Check this out. Shedeur Sanders may have already surpassed the value of his original contract in under a week. The deal wasn't built to handle this type of explosive revenue, and insiders say urgent renegotiations began before the first week of the season even finished. That's how fast everything is moving. Shedeur's team is pushing for major changes in rookie pay structure, and they have the numbers to support it. He blew past the bonus triggers in his contract on the very first afternoon of sales, leaving Nike no choice but to adjust and keep up with the momentum. And here's the wild part. Nike isn't resisting at all. They're fully embracing the storm because Shedeur's influence is expanding beyond football, shifting value away from touchdowns and into cultural impact, brand leadership, and global connection. He's holding the leverage, and every move he makes proves it. Still, hype fades fast if there's no performance on the field, but that's exactly where Shedeur separates himself. Reports from camp show high completion percentages, sharp reads, and strong leadership, creating a sense of genuine belief among fans and analysts. This isn't corporate marketing. People can feel the authenticity. Fans can instantly tell the difference between artificially created buzz and natural confidence that stands on its own. And without action on Sundays, jersey sales wouldn't stay this strong. But Shedeur is matching his commercial wave with real talent, and that's the fuel keeping this entire movement powered up. Supporters aren't just buying apparel, they're buying into the belief that Shedeur Sanders could rise into a true superstar. They're placing their bets on his future, trusting his potential, and connecting with the brand identity he's building from the ground up. Now the major question becomes, what happens next? Shedeur Sanders has officially shifted the blueprint. He proved that you can claim the spotlight without waiting for outside approval. Build your brand, set the tone, shape the culture, and watch giant corporations chase you instead of the other way around. Nike's supply chain might have taken a hit, but they're ready to absorb the cost if it means staying connected to this new wave of influence. The real focus now is how far this empire can stretch and how bright Shedeur's star can shine. If he performs on the field this season, this won't just be remembered as a rookie highlight. It will be recognized as the beginning of a brand new era in sports marketing, where cultural impact and athletic talent collide to reshape the entire industry.